Hi guys, I just wanted to put together a little half-hour video for you to practice with over the Christmas break. So it's been an amazing year getting to know all of you, and I'm ever so grateful for your time and your company and your business. So thank you very much. Enjoy your time off, and I'll see you next year. So you can come into child's pose to begin with. Let the big toes come together, the arms stretch forwards, and then finally for the weight of the head to come down. And then just stay here for as long as you need to start to focus your attention in on your breathing and to find clarity within that. Allowing for the inhale to come slowly through the nose and to trace down both sides of your spine. And then for the exhale to be drawn slowly back up through the midline of the body. So there is some kind of resonance and awareness of your pelvic floor and of your abdominal wall. Whenever you feel ready, to allowing for a deep breath in to pull the body forwards and to lean the hips and the heart all the way through to the top of the mat, and so your heart can lift up and your face can lift up. And as you exhale, to bow the head into the heart, press down through the hands, lift the belly up, roll the body all the way back into child's pose. And just continuing to flow with the breath here. So your inhale, gently stretching the spine forwards. And the exhale, taking you all the way back into child's pose. And use this as a means to feeling into the whole body. So outside of the spine, what's happening in your shoulders, what's happening in your hips. And ever so gently mobilizing and finding a greater amount of space through the whole body, so that eventually movement becomes a little bit more fluid and less jagged. And then on your next inhalation, come slowly forwards. Let the hips and the heart really pull through this time, drawing the shoulders back from the ears. And then press down through hands and tops of feet until the knees lift. And as you exhale, nod your chin to your heart, tuck your toes under and come into a plank position. Try and keep the pressure down through the hands so that the chest doesn't sink, the belly doesn't sink, so the body stays nice and strong. And take 2 breaths in and out here, eyes can close back down. Third inhale, pike the hips up into the sky and come into a down facing dog. And then just gently start to walk the legs out, letting one knee bend at a time, letting one leg straighten at a time. And letting the movement then kind of ripple through the body, so it becomes about the legs but also about hips, the spine and the shoulders. And then eventually you can let the feet walk up to the hands. Until you can arrive in Uttanasana at the top of the mat. Have the feet firmly pressed down underneath the hips, spread out the toes, and then bend the knees a little or a lot to lay the belly over the thighs. Drop all of your body weight through your head and through your arms, so you can simply just hang here. And close down the eyes again, and as often and as frequent as possible, keep closing them down so that you can tap into more what's happening sensationally rather than intellectually. So looking inward for information rather than outward for distraction. then gently start to bend the knees. As you inhale, sweep the arms a little back and then reach them forwards so you can come into Utkatasana or chair pose. Try and keep the heart a little lifted, but also the rib cage connected into the spine so that it becomes less of an extension, more about strengthening through the belly. And take a deep breath in. As you exhale, fold back over. Let the arms reach all the way up to the sky this time. And follow the breath again. So as you inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms. And then exhale, lay the belly over thighs, reach the arms back. Take 2 more like this, big inhale. Exhale down. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale, come all the way down, reach the arms up, and then bring the hands together and interlace them. Let the heels of the hands draw together, and if you have space for it, let the knuckles come up a little higher, and maybe to the tipping point where they can come overhead. Again, relax around the shoulders, relax around the neck and the jaw. And keep breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, feeling the belly ever so subtly pull up and away from the tops of your thighs. On your next inhalation, let the thumbs gently rest on the lower back so that the hands can be released. Bend the knees, reach the arms forwards, press down through the feet and come all the way up to standing with the hands together above you. Then close down the eyes, bring the hands together in front of your heart. It's important here to acknowledge the rhythm and the speed of the breath so that you have some kind of timer to work to that will carry you through a couple of rounds of a gentle Surya Namaskar. When you feel like you have that, use the inhale to reach the arms back up to the sky. And then exhale to bend the knees, this time dragging the hands through the middle of the body and resting them down in front of the toes. As you inhale, elongate the spine and have some kind of connection with a solid surface, so whether that be fingertips on the ground or hands to the front of the shin, so that you can pull through the crown of the head as well as through the tailbone. And take another breath in here. And as you exhale, place the hands down and step the right foot as far down to the bottom of the mat as you can. Release the knee. As you inhale, take a deep lunge, lifting your heart and your face towards the sun or the moon if you're practicing at night. And then as you exhale, let the head fold into the body so that the left leg straightens and your body weight glides back. And then inhale, take a big breath as the lunge. And then as you exhale, press down through your hands, step your left foot back and come into down dog. And this time hold stillness in your down dog, eyes can close down. Feel your sitting bones tilt up to the sky, your heels draw down and your hands firmly press into your mat. Take 2 breaths. As you inhale, the right leg reach up. As you exhale, pull the knee right up into the heart and then beyond, so more towards the crown of the head, and place the foot gently through between your hands. Left knee can settle down. As you inhale, take a deep lunge. And as you exhale, release the body weight back, press into the right heel. Inhale, take a deep lunge. Then tuck the left foot under, and as you exhale, come to Uttanasana at the top of the mat. Inhale and elongate the spine, so again, fingertips or hands to shins. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms back, and then forwards and all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release the hands by your sides into Tadasana. And now they reach all the way back up. And as you exhale, gently forward. Breathe in and elongate the spine. Exhale, left leg goes back this time. Release it to the very bottom of the mat and then take the knee down. Inhale as you lunge. Exhale, nod the head down to the heart, right leg straightens. Inhale, take a deep lunge. And as you exhale, press down the hands, step the right foot back into down dog. Close your eyes. Your hands continue to press down to stabilize the shoulders. Your bum lifts right up into the sky and the ribs hug in. So the spine becomes a beautiful diagonal line from top to tail. Take one more inhale. And breathe all out. On the next inhale, reach the left leg to the sky as high as it goes. Exhale, look forwards, hug the thigh as close to your body as physically possible, and then gently place the foot through. Release right knee down. Take a deep breath. Exhale, left leg straightens. Inhale, take a lunge. Right foot tucks. Exhale to Uttanasana, top of the mat. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach the arms back. Inhale as you reach all the way to the sky. Exhale with your hands together, your heart and your eyes closed down. Inhale. And relax the arms to the sides as you exhale. Deep breath in, we'll go through one more cycle here. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, right foot goes back. So you should start to feel like this side becomes a little bit more looser, or perhaps at the very least warmer, so that after all 4 cycles, so right and then left, and then right and then left again, that the body is ready for some deeper movement. And take your 2 breaths here in down dog. Inhale and take your right leg to the sky again. Exhale, a big sweeping step forwards. Lightly land the foot and then release left knee down. Inhale as you lunge. Exhale, straighten out. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Breathe in, elongate the spine. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, reach the arms back, down and then up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Inhale from nose to belly. Exhale, belly to nose, arms relax down. Inhale for the sky. Exhale as you fold. Deep breath in. Exhale, left leg goes back. Releasing knee, inhale. Exhale. Down facing dog as you breathe out. Close the eyes, 2 breaths. Make sure again that your hands are still pressing down to support the shoulders so this doesn't become too indulgent or kind of makes you sink through your chest like this. So we want to pull up just a little. And then inhale, left leg goes to the sky again. Exhale, big step through. Inhale, lifting heart and face, maybe you get a little higher this time. And then breathing out, maybe you get a little lower. Inhale, take a deep lunge. Try not to step on your hair. If you've got any, exhale, fold. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale again, bow in. Hands reach back, big inhale, reach as high as you can this time. Exhale, hands down. Breathe in, nose to belly. Exhale, relax the hands by your sides and just pause here for a couple of moments. Feel skeletally, muscularly how the body perhaps has opened up, or at least has begun to. Feel energetically where your breath moves, whether it's still nice and linear down the midline through to the belly as you breathe in, whether you can still feel that kind of resonance through pelvic floor and abdominal wall as you breathe out, making you grow taller. And anything else that lies within that or around that. Reach the arms for the sky. As you exhale, start to fold again. Breathe in and elongate the spine. Breathe out, take your right leg back again. Press the foot down. As you inhale, lift the belly and reach the arms back so you create this big streamline from the crown of your head through to your right heel, so important that presses back too. As you exhale, arms can come forwards. Create a little hook with your thumbs. And then breathe in, lift the heart, lift the face, keep pressing down through the feet. As you exhale, take a big circle out through your hands. Let them come together behind your back again. Interlace them. And as you inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, gently lay the left shoulder over the left thigh, let the weight of the head completely suspend away from the spine. And then inhale, thumbs to the lower back. Slowly rise, let the arms release, all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, press your right heel down into the earth, stretch both of your arms out into a warrior two, and then take a big breath into reverse warrior. Exhale, slowly bring the arms all the way down. Right hand will land underneath right shoulder, right knee can come down. Then as you inhale, take your left arm up to the sky. If it's within reach, bend the right knee. And as you exhale, catch a hold of the foot. If it's not, you can have a strap or a towel or something that might make you connect. If you're not too fussed about this, and it's already intense enough, then just continue to reach back and beyond. Take one more breath in wherever you are. And then as you breathe out, stretch the left hand all the way back down underneath the shoulder. Take a big step back into down dog. Close your eyes. You can rest here in child's pose if you need it. And take 2 breaths. And as we inhale again, reach right leg for the sky. And exhale and take a big step through. This time you can stay up on fingertips or blocks if you've got them. And take a breath in just to come into that deep lunge again. This time left knee will stay lifted. And then as you exhale, start to straighten into both legs as much as you can do. So again, staying up a little higher might make this more approachable, or reducing the distance between your feet also will make this a little bit more approachable. Your hammies, back of leg, calves are feeling nice and open at this point. And straighten them out, press both heels down. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. And then an exhale just to lay the body over the right leg. So coming towards the end of the year, it's very much a time of rest and reset, right? So set ourselves up for the new year to come. And so this practice should very much be about honouring that, to be able to just move yourself by your own means, to not force things to happen just because you want to get somewhere fast. It's not about that at any given point throughout the year. It doesn't matter just because it's Christmas, but particularly because it's Christmas. To take that into consideration and to just go easy with yourself. Take your next inhale, just a lunge back into right knee. And then as you exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale and elongate the spine. And then as you exhale, fold. Take a deep breath in, bend the knees, reach the arms all the way forwards and up. Exhale, hands together at heart. Take a breath in, nose to belly. Exhale, release arms down. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, elongate. As you exhale, take the left foot as far back as you can. Keep the knee afloat this time. As you inhale, lift the belly, reach the arms back. So as opposed to being here, we want to work just for a little bit. So belly lifts up, left heel presses back, and then arms reach back to create that beautiful streamline. Take an inhale. And then an exhale, arms go forwards, thumbs hook up. And then inhale, press down through your feet, lift up through your heart. And then continue to do full circle as you exhale, so the arms go back. Interlace them. And then inhale again, lifting heart. As you exhale, bow the body forward, so right shoulder can gently lean into right thigh, weight of the head releases. And breathe in, gently release the thumbs to the lower back. Reach the arms all the way up, keep using the legs. Exhale, send the left heel down, part way with the arms, warrior two. Take an inhale, reversing warrior. And then an exhale to windmill all the way down. So your left hand, left knee will release. And then breathe in and stretch your right arm up to the sky. So again, you might be here, you might be here. But in either way, take a couple of breaths. Sink into it. If you feel stable, eyes can close down. Release the foot if you have a hold of it. And as you breathe in, stretch the right arm all the way up and over. Let it land to the outer edge of the right foot as you exhale. And take a big step back into down dog. Close the eyes, take 2 more breaths here. As you inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, big step through. So fingertips or blocks or something else that will keep you a little bit more elevated might be helpful here. So use an inhale just to open up front of right hip again. And then as you exhale, we start to send our body weight back. So if it's comfortable enough to drape the body, go right ahead. If it's not so comfortable and you're doing something like this with your face, bounce the right foot in a little just to take a little bit of a reprieve and a little bit of tension out of the back of the body. When you feel comfortable enough or settled enough, that's when you can start to bow in. As you begin to inhale, lunge back into the left knee, the right foot stepped in, step it back. And as you exhale, you'll step it all the way into the top. Inhale and elongate the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach the arms forwards and up. Exhale, hands at your heart, let the eyes close. one big breath in. Settle the arms at the sides again as you breathe out. Take a couple of moments just to notice. So what's happening physically in terms of sensation or temperature or anything else that shows up. What's happening energetically, whether you've gained more clarity, more focus. Open. Take the feet a little wider here so the toes can slightly angle out onto the long edges of the mat. And then as you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, take a bend through the knees, let the hands come down to the heart. As gracefully as you can, sit your bum back. If you know you're not the most graceful creature, use your hands. And then have the feet in front of you. Take a deep breath in just to stretch up through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, gently roll the spine back. The hands can settle just by your sides, but make sure the shoulders draw down away from the ears. And then bring the feet a little closer to the back. And keep your eyes closed down for this. It should be quite simple, but if you need them open for the first round, feel free. Take a nice deep belly breath so that you literally feel the belly move up. And then as you breathe out, feel the belly settle back down. And your next inhale, let the breath come into the belly as a means to creating buoyancy around the spine so it slowly rolls up into a bridge position. And just for the first round, be mindful if the ribs start to protrude up and out. So particularly on the exhale, being allowed to sink them back in and eventually letting the rest of the exhale melt the spine back. Next time we'll integrate the arms. So take an inhale into the belly, let the arms slowly reach back, let the spine slowly roll up. Keep the ribs soften down into the spine. And as you exhale, release the ribs, slowly release the arms, the hips. Take another 3 here. Big inhale so that you have enough time in the breath to explore an upward movement into your bridge. And then as you breathe out, keep breathing out until the very last vertebrae of the tailbone releases onto the earth. This time as you exhale, like you're drawing big snow angel arms, let them circle out wide and then bring them together behind your back once more, interlacing the hands and rolling the shoulders back, pressing little fingers down. Close your eyes, keep the ribs drawing back into the spine and take 2 deep belly breaths. On your third inhale, release the arms. And slowly settle the spine back in as you exhale. The knees back in towards you. And again, give them a big squeeze. And this time you can gently massage around on the lower back area, on the sides of the hips. Release the feet back down. This time take them onto the outer edges of the mat. Have your arms somewhere out in line with the shoulders. You can inhale. And then as you exhale, release both of your knees towards the right side and start to push the left knee in particular down towards the bottom right hand corner of the mat. You want to feel that the front of the waist and the belly and the hip and then the thigh starts to gently open up. However, if you feel like there's more to explore here and your knee can tolerate a little bit more compression, you can take the left hand down to reach for the left foot or ankle, tuck the toes under, and again keep working the knee down towards the lower right hand corner. So for 2 more breaths. Release the left foot. Inhale and come back through center. Release both knees to the right as you exhale and press the right knee to the lower left hand corner. If this feels good, then just stay. If you add it on the other side, go ahead and do the same here. So reach down for the right ankle. Tuck it under, keep pressing the knee down to the lower left foot. Release the right foot. As you inhale, come back through center. Let the legs slowly step out. Your hands slide onto the belly in a way that your shoulders and your elbows can still stay connected with the earth. Close your eyes down. Relaxing through the whole body. And starting to use the heat of your hands to create more sensational awareness of what happens in the breath and what happens more specifically in the belly. So your diaphragm, one of your breathing utensils, sits roughly up high in between the ribs. And when we inhale, we expand it. It descends down and has the capacity to take up a lot of space in the belly. So as you inhale, breathe down in. And as you exhale, the hands, the belly, the spine, all kind of melt back and out. Here for 2 minutes, you might be here for 2 hours. But to just take your time of dropping all of the awareness into the body, noticing how it shifted or changed or morphed on a physical level as well as on an energetic and emotional level too. And then eventually when you come out, make an intention for the rest of your day or evening ahead. And hold that at the forefront of your mind for the rest of the festive season as well. Again, a big thank you for the year that has been, and I'll see you all again in 2007. Namaste.